everyone, and welcome yet again for another Total Warcast. I'm your host, Daily, reporting, almost live for the Snowy Tops Norway, and we are back. We are back indeed for another episode? Yes, episode. I would call it episode. Yes.
Season finale.
Season finale. We are done with season 2. My god, 1.5 year of greatness in the Total Warcast. And season 2 is finally done. We are at episode 26. Not as many as I would have liked, but when time is swamped, you don't make a Warcast. Backvolt and all that. Gunny is joining me.
Indeed. Hello.
Hello, yes. How are you enjoying your holidays, Gunny?
Oh, it's quite nice.
Good.
Go down to the beach. Enjoy the Florida weather.
Okay, yeah, we have wet snow and a lot of it. So I had to shuffle snow today, and I feel I still have the cold in me. But of course, we live in houses that are properly built with isolation and all that, so we keep the warmth inside the houses. So it's actually quite cozy right now. Today is I would call it a momentous day. Because we've survived, an entire first, this is the second season, which was, the first proper season of the Total Warcast. Because I started out when Shogun 2 came out, and that's 1.5 years ago. And, in March, a little bit over 1.5 years.
It's a little bit more.
Yeah, so season 2 is the only first proper season. And season 3 we're gonna bust into that in a couple of days now. We're at the day before the actual day when it turns 2013, right? With 29. Indeed. Very nice.
So this Monday.
Monday, we're gonna... Dude, time flies so quick.
Oh my god.
God. Okay, well, we're not gonna sit here and talk about what happened. We're gonna talk about... Well, actually, we are gonna talk about what has happened, but recently. There's a new TWN Christmas release by Deco Trash. He's looking lavishly, as always, in his backyard. It's a great show. Gamers Cassette, it's a little bit old release. Well, it's not an old release, but I'm throwing out a little one to my fellow writers. I'm in Gamers Cassette, but I have not released anything in this one because of... swamped, basically, with time. I will, though, talk a lot about the games I was supposed to, that I wanted to review for the Gamers Cassette. So I'm going to try to make it up to Confederate Jeb, which is the editor for Gamers Cassette. I hope he will forgive me for my laziness. Also, the TWC Wiki is recruiting, which is a great branch of the glorious TWC staff. And what is involved in the TWC Wiki is mod articles. Sorry.
So basically, you write about the various and assorted mods that have been released for the Total War series.
Yeah. Pages for vanilla factions, buildings, units, and names some historical generals present in the game.
A great modders resource, by the way.
Yeah.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Total War Center Wiki.
Being in the wiki staff means that you're one of those responsible for keeping the wiki up to date. This is, of course, reading from the news post. I'm gonna link to how to get in touch with the person he's not in charge of the wiki, but he's in charge of applications, and that's Legio. If you don't know Legio, well, then you're not paying so much attention on TWC. But requirements are quite easy. It's enthusiasm. No active infraction points, meaning that you haven't got done goofed, and willingness to correct something if it goes wrong. So if, for example, you write something completely wrong, and that you will understand that it's wrong, and that you change it. So that's the rules, and it's quite simple. So if you feel that you want to participate, do you get a banner? Do you get changed name color and all that?
Yeah.
You do?
Of course.
Yeah,
it's part of content.
Part of the content, yeah. So, you get the same color as me and Gunny. Have you changed your...
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have, of course you have. It's been a while since I saw you on TWC. It's holidays, I understand you took a break.
Yes.
From the TW crack. Yeah, so contact like that. I'm going to leave a link in the YouTube and, of course, in the main thread on TWC. But we're going to move into... we had a nickname for this episode, and that was like the Game of the Year podcast, like Game of the Year episode. And we are going to talk about the games of this year. We're not going to do a list like we did last year, because it's hard to rank. I hate numbers when it comes to ranking games, and I also hate this year's games. No, I don't, but there's a lot of... Are you disappointed by this year, Gunny?
I don't know. There's been some good ones that I just haven't been able to stop playing. But there's also some ones that I really regret spending money on.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It seems that I've bought more games than you.
Yes.
Yes. We have
But
a
you've had a
list.
job.
Yeah, well, sort of. I work with kids now, which is great. I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah, you knew? I have
Yes.
told you? Yes, I did.
Substitute teacher after
Yeah.
finding a way to escape the Germans.
I escaped the Germans. It's actually quite good. Actually, I escaped in horrible Norwegians governed by the Germans, so the
Oh,
Quislings.
okay.
Yeah, the Quislings. Should we just start at the top of the list and work our way down?
Let's do it. Yep.
Okay, first, Follow the Samurai. Both of us have it. What do you think?
Well, there is a certain, what's the word? Enjoyment to setting up a line of Gatling guns and mowing down all the Japanese that run towards you. But, I don't know.
It's Shogun 2, and you
It's
don't like
Shogun 2.
Shogun 2. Yeah, you don't like Shogun 2.
I've had issues with Shogun 2 in terms of it actually running. So, that's... I mean, on my main desktop, it runs perfectly fine, but on most of my other stuff, it messes up.
You have a lot of other stuff that can run Shogun 2.
Just my desktop. My laptop, no.
Yeah, same here. I only play on my desktop, so
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Okay, but the thing is, like, I enjoy Shogun 2 and I enjoy Fallen Samurai. I'm a little bit more. I don't know. It feels really like hard to talk to you about it because I understand people like different things and all that, and I understand if you don't like it. There's of course there's things nitpicking, not nitpicking, but there's negative things about the games that I find. But I generally enjoy the games. So, but I think the strongest point in probably Follow the Samurai is it's really. Well, I think that this is the strongest polished games ever.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
can definitely
polished.
agree with that.
But of course, you have the technical difficulties lying beneath it. But I'm talking about gameplay and
Yep.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I definitely it's a lot of fun. But I still play Napoleon Total War, so I guess that takes
Yeah.
up most of my Total War time.
You and your Napoleons.
But I don't really do the campaigns for Fall of the Samurai, but it's become just custom battles to have a little
Yeah.
bit of fun with the 40 units on 40 units, and
Oh
it can be
man.
glorious.
I need to upgrade
It can
my
be
computer.
glorious.
I've had this computer now for almost, I think, 3.5 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I need to upgrade something soon. I bought a really beast of a graphics card, but I need to upgrade soon.
Best
I'm
thing I
waiting.
can say about Fall of the Samurai, though, is that I do not regret buying it.
Good.
That's something I can't say for some of the other games on the list.
Oh yeah. Next one is Alan Wake. There's a lot of games now. Should I just go quickly through them?
Yep.
Alan Wake, very strong. It's an original storytelling. It's a very storytelling game. It's not really that gameplay aspect in its sense. It's very basic. You're giving simple tools but it works and it tells a story and it's really actually quite not terrifying, but it's intense game.
Intense game.
Yeah, it's a very dark, not dark. It's actually literally dark game.
A bit
because-
more so than games like Dear Esther.
I haven't played it, but dark, not in. It's literally dark. He has to use a flashlight and light up things. Yes, and he actually uses a flashlight to kill ghosts or whatever. It's
That's
actually
interesting.
Yeah, it's actually quite cool. It's looking. It looks very good on PC, and it also Leonidas actually has a let's play on it on his YouTube channel. So. Crandar Gaming. And if you are gonna like Leonidas, if you hear this, I gave you a shout out. Now, yeah, stop complaining.
Stop annoying you about it.
Yeah, nah, he has never annoyed me about it, but I gave him a free shout out, so I hope he appreciate that. Yeah, so it's a good game, good single player experience. Next one is Tribes Ascend, a free game from isn't it Riot? No, who made? They're making. Oh God, they make a lot of free games. Let me check my shortcuts here. I can find it. Well, Tribes Ascend is made by Smite. Smite is one of the games they're making. Let me see. Tribes Ascent. Tribes. This is really embarrassing. Hi-Res Studios, I think it is. Yeah.
Yes, Hi-Res
Studios.
Studios.
Yeah, Hi-Res Studios, and it's. My God, I have to say that Tribes Ascent is what I really liked about it was that it brought back that feeling of old classical shooters
Like
like Quake.
Unreal Tournament or Quake.
Yeah, really, it's really fast paced, very. It's really good, but my problem with it is its business model. It's free to play, which is okay, but it's the same business model as everything else, and it's just you have to unlock that, and you can go the easy route or the hard route, and it's just if you just could buy it and have everything unlocked, and then you just play.
Do you consider it pay to win?
I haven't set myself enough into the different classes that you unlock, but there are. You can know it's not pay to win, but
Okay.
It's paid to shortcut to win.
Okay.
So basically, you can shortcut your way into different weapons that will make it a lot easier for you to kill people. So it's not. You can do everything you want with the weapons you get if you're just skillful enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So fun game, fun, fast-paced first-person shooter, one of the strongest first-person shooters this year. Series Sam 3 BFE. I don't know what BFE stands for again. It's beefed up edition or whatever. Big effing edition. But at least Serious Sam is one of the games, one of the first person shooters that also is one of the classical games in my opinion. It's and it's really broad up. I remember Serious Sam 2, and when I played it was like one of the most intense experiences ever. You have monsters coming from every direction, and you have those guys with bombs for hands and no head screaming. I don't know how that works, but they're screaming. Ah!
Interesting.
Ah! And then you hear it coming slowly and slowly towards you, and like the increases in yelling, and and then you have like 10 around you, and then you like freak out. But BFE, at least BFE Series Sam 3 BFE is a cheap game made by Polish guys. Yeah, I think it's Polish guys. I can't remember. But it's actually a lot of fun. You can play it with it's best played with multiplayer with a lot of people. You can play like up to 10 people on the campaign, the entire campaign, which is a lot of fun. It's hilarious, and it's a very good shooter, even though it's very silly. You don't take the story seriously.
Seriously.
And actually it's called Series Sam 3. So.
But anyway.
Very fun. Moving on. Prototype 2. Have you played it? No, of course you haven't.
No, I have not.
I see on the list now. I'm just used to asking, but Prototype 2 is basically free, what you call it, superhero games where you are in third person running around. You have buildings and you have NPCs on the ground. Okay. Small, ants everywhere. You are giving incredible powers for destruction. And of course, there's a story amidst all this. But what I enjoyed most about the game is the running around, doing incredible stuff and all that. It's not as, what can I say? It doesn't bring so much new to the table as I felt that the first one did. I felt that the story was a little bit cheesy, and when they start out the entire campaign with quick time events, it's not really.
Oh dear.
Yeah, quick time events, but. So I wrote actually a review of it on the Gamers Gazette. I think it was the first one I did, and I gave it a good review. It's a good game, I can say that. It's very fun. It's one of those games. I don't remember Spider-Man on the PS2. Yeah, if you didn't, well, I did. I remember it because I played it a lot.
Wake up!
All right.
And it's fun. It's fun. So I could recommend it, but whatever. Sniper Elite V2. Now we're just moving down here. God, this is a long list. Yes.
Yes, it is a very long list. I'm familiar with it. I've been tempted to buy it quite a bit, but it's just money.
I felt they could have made a lot more out of it. It's very linear.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, so you can. What I eventually just did, I think it's about points, and you get points for headshots that way. It's really cool, the system, because I turned on that what you call it, the slow-mo headshot where you see the
Yeah.
bullets, like the bullets.
That's something that
enter.
I always enjoyed about Sniper Elite 1.
Yeah,
But
it's the same here. It's glorious.
yes. The my biggest issue with though is that, you know, for a game that people have been saying just isn't that good, it's still $50. And
I know.
even on sale it's only 25. So, or it's still 25. So it's just price isn't right for me.
No, I understand. I didn't feel it was worth the money. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game because but I felt that they cut corners. And what I would like a lot more of it is everything was set up so like railroads. It was like going down a goddamn railroad. You knew exactly where to go, exactly what to do. Everything was like written out for you. And I think that this game is. I'm gonna go into this gameplay aspect in Hitman Absolution as well, and I think another games. Dishonored as well. But turn off HUD, tips, all that. If not, it's gonna be boring. Yeah. Moving on. Max Payne 3. No, you haven't played it, of course. It's
No, of course not. I
Yeah.
remember we were talking about it last year though, and the games we're looking forward to.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It's a great game. This is a game. It was. What can I say? It's beautiful. It's lovely. I like this as a shooter, and it's not really that hard. I'm not gonna say it's so easy. It's not. I had some places where I was stuck and died a couple of times, but other than that, I killed everything, and it's so rewarding. It's a very rewarding shooter. It's beautifully made. The story is alright. I felt that they kind of molested the Max Payne story, but it felt right, and it was a nice little and it was a nice add-on to the Max Payne franchise. And I'm not gonna say that they destroyed the story, which they did not. They did it credit actually. So it was fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's good because Max Payne 3 is one of my favorite stories throughout.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a Rockstar game too. So Rockstar's usually,
Yeah, they have quality games.
in general, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still got LA
And
Noir to play,
violence.
but
Violence, yeah. Oh god, we should actually have a discussion about the recent what's called the NRA.
no.
Yes.
So let's leave that out of this.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to talk about it today.
Anyway, moving right along, Civilization 5, Gods and Kings has also come out. That's one that I actually have picked up during a fortunately timed sale a few months ago. I didn't really play much of Civ 5 when it first came out. I bought it, you know, I was really excited. I played it for about a day, and then I stopped playing.
Well, that's not good.
Because, I don't know, I probably set it up wrong, but it was like 1900 and we were still fighting with sticks and stones, so I just got, you know.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest problems. I played Civ 4 a whole lot. My problem is I always went to this big, long, like so long games. Because I wanted, you know, my civilization to go, but that's not really the point.
It's just
of Civ 5.
all that. Well, the whole thing with the Civ series is just that, okay, just one more turn. Just one more turn.
Yeah, the turns.
I just didn't get that with Civ 5.
Okay, yeah, actually, I did get it with Gods and Kings, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the add-ons with the religion.
Gods and Kings definitely salvaged a bit of Civ 5 for me, especially with the your own religion thing. So, you know, I had the German Empire that worshipped Zenithar. Anyway,
Zenithar.
Zenithar.
Awesome. That's what I really love. You can shape your own, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, the archipelago maps are just, you know, lovely. And Gods and Kings, definitely, I actually got through a couple of different games with that. Still, I mean, I haven't played it in over a month, 2 months, 3 months actually, but it definitely gave me a few more hours of enjoyment and made me regret buying Civ 5 less, I think.
Good.
So, even though I still regret buying Civ 5, Gods and Kings made me regret it less.
Okay, that's good.
So spending more. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, I enjoyed it as well. I can't add anymore. So, should we move on or?
I suppose so.
Yeah,
Guild Wars 2,
Guild
which
Wars
I'm
2.
still holding off on.
Yeah, I think you should hold off on it. Okay, for everyone who doesn't know, I played 4 years ago. I played tons of World of Warcraft. I raided. I invested a whole lot of time into World of Warcraft, and I got fed up completely. It almost destroyed. It completely destroyed gaming for me because it kind of took over, you know. And you have to understand that right now I have the obligation of Napoleonic Wars, the clan, the FK, you know, the regiment, which is Gunny is also in one of those, and that lasts what, an hour, 1.5 hour, the trainings, a couple of hours a week. There's like 4 hours, and was not such a huge. Of course, you know, yeah, that's not an excuse, but I got fed up with it because of the way I was playing. Now, Guild Wars 2. Now, the problem for me is that MMOs are kind of destroyed for me. So when I tried to play Guild Wars 2, I enjoyed the setting, I enjoyed what they were trying to do, but it was still an MMO RPG, and it was still. Oh my god, you get that feeling of like helplessness and like, oh my god. No, I can't play MMOs anymore. Do I think it's a good MMO? Sure, it's a brilliant MMO. It does everything right. Um, it's not really. I don't have anything negatives about it. Talking about, you know, going into the aspects of MMOs, I can't really say anything about it. The graphics looks great. I love the color schemes. I love the different races. It's interesting. Uh, yeah, that's it for me. We're moving on. Yeah.
Black Mesa, one of the games that we were looking forward to from 2011, if I do recall.
It is glorious, and it's free. Who would have thought? Black Mesa is a good example of how you can, I don't know, a modification, isn't that what it is?
I suppose.
Mod
Editing the source engine.
editing the source engine, yes. But it's really good. People have been complaining about aim downsides and all that, but it's a really tight and really fun shooter, and it's actually quite difficult as well. So I enjoyed it immensely. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like basically Half-Life, only in, you know, in that only in better graphics and with a kind of twist. They added a little bit stuff and all that, which is not, it's not a complete conversion. It's you know, added. We talked about this. I remember an interview which was done on Rock Paper Shotgun with the creator, the leader of the team who did this, and they were trying to make their own interpretation of Black Mesa. And it turned out very good. The Zen have not been introduced yet, but that's like on the next agenda. Also, what I was thinking about, there was something. Yeah, dude, have you seen the video of the guy who's playing Black Mesa, and he can't crouch jump?
I did not.
He spent 20 goddamn minutes, and the first crouch jump he had to do, he climbed on top of office materials to get up there. The next one, he spent 20 minutes, and he had to actually, and this is a guy who gets paid to play video games. Seriously, it's like a paid Let's Player. And he couldn't crouch jump, and that's fine, but you don't show 20 minutes of you being a complete moron on the internet, and then blaming the game for tricking you. Crouch jumping has been in like these kind of the source, but the Half-Life games, like, and all that. It's common feature. It's not. Yeah, I don't want to call it a feature even. It's a gameplay mechanic. God damn it. That's just, the stupidity of man amazes me. But at least moving on.
Moving right along.
That was my little fun thing. Actually, I think we will do PlanetSide 2 now, and
okay.
You can talk as well. You know.
Yes, PlanetSide 2, the glorious glorious new conglomerate.
Whoa! Blue bastard, should kill you. Okay.
It's, as we've said many times, is a wonderful game.
Mm-hmm.
It has lots and lots of just go out there and just kill.
It's a MMO FPS, for those who don't know, it's a big MMO for FPS. You have tanks, you have planes.
Grand scale.
Very
Three different
grand
maps
scale.
of many kilometers in size.
Continents. It's not maps. It's
whole-
continents.
Oh, okay. Continents of many kilometers in size. And there's three of them, and there's three factions duking it out. The Vanu, the weird purple people.
With your pew pew lasers.
The New Conglomerate, the glorious freedom fighters, and the Terran Republic, the fascist commie Nazis who or the oppressors.
Who just want to go home. It's actually really fun when you pick a side. You kind of get the propaganda.
You have a nice little fun faction rivalry with some of the other people.
Yeah, it's actually quite fun. Like he picked the blue idiots, and I picked the red crazies. But actually,
and each faction has its own strengths and weaknesses. Like the New Conglomerate is DPS, so to speak, whereas like the NC, the Terran Republic, is about putting out as many shots as possible in a short amount of time, and the Vanu is all about superior technology. Like sapping your shield and invisible cloaks and
and they also have hover, and the tanks are different. The New Conglomerate tanks can shoot a very strong shot. The TR, the Terran, what do you call it? The full, I can't remember now.
I can't remember the name, but it has 2 barrels on the gun.
Yeah, so you shoot 2 shots instead of 1. I'm not gonna nitpick, but that's kind of my biggest problem with the game is that how couldn't they just add more guns alike but different in little things? Give the New Conglomerate maybe some kind of like something looking like the AK, since like they're the freedom fighters and they need cheap weapons that work and are functional, and give them some kind of that looks cheap like that but packs a little bit more punch. You don't have to change it that way, because all it does for me, it makes it way too imbalanced in my opinion. But that's my FPS person screaming.
And the funny thing about the whole thing is that no matter how much you fight, after if you go to bed and you wake up and you turn on in the morning, everything you've done is undone or redone, probably both
at the same time.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an ongoing, constant war, and it can be quite fun. It's a good game, futuristic based, jetpacks and planes and fun stuff.
Get into a clan. Get together
outfits.
With people. We have a PlanetSide 2 clan. I have not had time to play with them.
The Chairborne Rangers, if I do recall correctly.
Yeah.
They are Terrans.
Oh yes. Bastards. You pick the right side.
Anyway.
The thing is that it doesn't really matter what side you're on.
Indeed.
Yeah,
just a good bit of fun. And if you want to play Terran as your primary, but you have a buddy who plays like New Conglomerate, if you can both like play a New Conglomerate character on another server, because there's several different servers. There's European servers, West Coast of the United States, East Coast of the United States, all over.
So you
there's
can
several.
just choose. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and, I would recommend trying to get into a clan, either if it's TWC or someone else. Play with friends. It makes the whole experience a lot more cool.
It just... but even so, if you start out the game, press insert, you're in a squad, start using the voice chat, people will work together.
I've had and the worst thing, something that always annoys me, is people with, when you get close, what you call it, it's, proximity voice chat.
Oh, yes.
I have, I don't know how many Polish people I've said, just be quiet with you. You don't speak the language.
That's the nice part about, like, US servers, East Coast US servers.
Well, you don't...
Everybody speaks English.
Yeah. Oh, God. That's the problem with Europe. So many languages. And we have and they don't understand that their mic is on.
Also, for anybody who's interested, as a last note, there is a large battle occurring in PlanetSide 2, being led by 3 internet video personalities, Tobuscus, CNNers, and what's-his-face, the Total Biscuit.
Oh my God.
On January 25th. Yeah. So, if you're at all interested, look for some information on that.
Well,
should be a bit of fun.
Let 3 doofuses send us into dive.
Yes, that is exactly what's happening. All right, and moving right along.
I have two games now because we
Yes.
hopped. Yes.
Actually,
Far-
you have three.
Oh yes, I do. Okay, I'll hurry up. We can we can move Sleeping Dogs between Star Trek and like that.
All
Yeah.
right.
This is the glory of our. We are very. We are not very restricted to our lists. We just change them when we want
Indeed.
to. Yes, Far Cry 3 came out. It was a pleasant surprise. Very pleasant surprise. It's a very strong FPS, good open game. I don't know really what to say. It's a great FPS. It's colorful. I hope they will make mods for it because at the present time, that's something that it felt. Even though they say that there's a lot of stuff to do like racing and stuff like that, there isn't that much to do. You kind of roll, but even though you don't do all of that side missions and all that, there's still plenty of story missions and all that, and you get sort of your money worth. And there's collectibles and all that. I hate collectibles, but it's a huge improvement over Far Cry 2. You can't even compare them. Lot better, lot better. It's a fun game, and I enjoyed the shooting. Every aspect of it. You have the sniping, close range fighting, you have the stealth. Everything worked a lot better together. And of course, the driving is awesome, and you can kill sharks with
That's always
grenades.
fun.
Yeah. I like sharks, but you can kill sharks. And what do you call those big lizard that looks like
Iguanas,
iguana? The big
Or-
ones.
like alligator, crocodile stuff.
No, the iguana. I think that's
Okay.
big one. Yeah, those are vicious in this game. They come for you and they don't die. You shoot them in the head with a sniper rifle and they just, "Whoop, what was that?" Somebody hit you with a rock. They come after you, and you just run. Oh, don't kill me! Tigers and bears. It's fun, great fun. I enjoyed it. Only negative thing I can come up with is that it feels empty. Even though you have a lot of stuff there, it feels empty. It should have been.
Oh, you always wanting more.
Well, no, I want variety. It's just
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that this island is just filled up with natives that doesn't do a thing? It's racing and climbing towers, and that's basically it. You have and then you have challenges and all that, shooting challenges. It's not really that filled. You feel it's basically like that's a problem when you make an open world game. A player will always feel.
So you think
empty.
they were right about being Skyrim with guns having the same depth of a puddle that Skyrim does?
Well, Skyrim actually is actually a lot more variety than because you have the.
I just felt that there was way too much. Well, I
You
left
felt
this
that
thing in
there's
a
way too
cave.
much. Oh yeah, sorry. Borderlands 2. Well, okay. By the way, if you don't buy Far Cry 3 at full price, buy it at sell. Borderlands 2, don't buy it. It's simple as that. It sucks.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's
That was
horrible.
one of our games from 2011, if I recall.
Yeah, it's a bull. Yeah, if you played with three friends that you actually enjoy playing games with, and you don't have any problems with the memes getting stuffed on your throat, annoying characters, the gazillion weapons. That's not a negative thing, by the way. It's a positive thing. And the story is bad. It's just you get bored of it. Basically, I did not enjoy it, but I think if you have I'm not gonna say if you're simple-minded, you'll enjoy it because that's kind of wrong. But I think that if you play with friends and that you enjoy that kind of humor and all that, you're gonna have a blast with this. So yeah, but I wouldn't recommend buying it. I did not enjoy it. So yeah, your turn.
All right, moving right along. Actually, this game, Star Trek Online, went free to play in February. It is without a doubt one of the best MMORPG that I have ever played. Its space combat is so much better than anything else. I mean, I
Go on.
don't know quite how to explain it. It's got a really nice space combat. Really nice variety of ships. Obviously, since they went free to play, they've increased the number of ships so that they can sell ships. So they have stuff like and they have one ship like fan set in, another ship that's from a novel series from Star Trek, and you can pay for the packs for this stuff, but it's not pay to win because it's less PvP oriented and more PvE oriented. So it's a really fun game. Kind of a repetitive storyline, but the stuff that you can do when you're level 50, which is the highest level, is just a lot of fun. Lots of player versus enemy stuff that you can do. Lots of fleet customization. You can have your own star base for your fleet. It's a fun MMO. And it's certainly taken up.
How's the interaction with people? How does that work?
They're there.
Okay, they're just there, but it doesn't
Also,
matter.
in the player versus enemy, like there's one fleet action that is 20 player ships versus waves of enemy ships. So it's actually several like that. So I mean, it's most of the player interaction is player versus enemy. There's also places people do roleplay, as one would expect. And another unique thing is that there's no separate servers for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's all like
one giant
one
wall.
character, yeah. And you can make multiple characters on the server, of course, but it's one giant thing, and there's different instances that just separate players.
Yeah, because you've geeked a lot of Star Trek Online, man.
Yes.
Yes.
I've played many hundreds of hours.
You can't,
too much time, too much money into it.
You can't imagine my disappointment. But hey, Gunny, want to do something? No, I'm playing Star Trek Online. And like everybody was playing Star Trek Online. I just sulked in a corner.
Yeah, I got most of the EPI into it.
Yeah.
Very proud. Anyway, moving right along once more.
Get me.
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs. That's my turn, right?
Yes.
Yes. Sleeping Dogs. Yes, Sleeping Dogs is basically a GTA game set in Hong Kong. Yeah, isn't it? God damn it. It's, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I actually wrote a no, actually I did not write a review for it. I wanted to, but Sleeping Dogs. 2 seconds. Sorry, this is a very okay, Hong Kong. Yeah, that was actually right. You are okay. Like what I say, it's GTA Asia, with the more focus away from guns and more on melee combat. You are a undercover cop, infiltrating the triads, and you get conflicting feelings towards if you want to be with the triads or the cops. And it's actually a very, very strong game. It's a third person, same with it's strong driving. It's tons of fun, and it really shows us that there's a huge potential of adding these kind of games to an Asia setting. I wish that they did this with GTA, for example.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's actually quite very, very fun. I have some problems with the physics engine, and that the shooting doesn't quite work and all that, but it's still a very strong
Alright.
game.
Next on the list is Napoleonic Wars from Mount & Blade Warband.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've talked about this a lot, and we've talked about it with back when it was just Mountain Musket. That was our number 2 on our Game of the Year list last year. It was just a lot of fun, and it's continued to be quite enjoyable. I'm still doing line battles all the time. I don't know about daily, but
I played today, and I actually did quite good. I've kind of lost my spark with Napoleonic Wars, but I can add to this that because of Napoleonic Wars, Mount & Blade Warband is my most played game on Steam. I have a little bit over 400 hours on it, and that's because of Mountain Musket with the first DPI, and a little bit with the first DPI in Napoleonic Wars, and then moving on to the FK, which I'm in right now, and European cavalry is destroying our enemies. It's actually quite fun, but it's a real strong game, and I think that the what does it is the line battles. Getting into
having 200
regiment.
people in there just shooting at each other, meleeing each other, coming up over a hill, and
lagging,
cavalry charging, lagging, blocking, and it goes through your block. Being angry as a line volleys halfway across the map, and you're the only one who gets shot in the head.
And you are at the back rank, and you still
Shooting
die.
cannons into the sides of lines, getting your line shot by a cannon that's placed to your side. Just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh.
And they're also making a new update coming out soon in the new year, which will be adding pieces and bits of naval warfare. So that's going to be definitely be interesting. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work yet, but they've made a bit of a dev diary for it, and they're going to have some naval bits and pieces. So it should be interesting, but this will be the last. It will be the last Napoleonic Wars patch for its lifetime because FSE is starting on their next game, Battle Cry of Freedom, which is a Civil War game with 500 people. We'll probably talk about that much later. Anyway,
if I allow it,
get Vince on here. Talk about.
Yeah.
Next on the list, Saints Row the Third. Yay!
Yay! Did you like it?
I enjoy it quite a bit. Not so much for the story, which I could care less about, but because they know what people like, and that's to drive around the city and just crash into things and cause mayhem.
And throw
it's a good game.
And fling your poo at people.
I haven't done that yet.
You can't actually do it.
You could actually do that in Saints Row the Second with that septic truck.
Tank. Yeah,
but
septic truck. Yeah, but yeah, it's a fun game. Fuck I say, for me, it's like I liked Texas Central, first one, because it was goofy and all that, but it wasn't over the top as it did. I think they went a little bit overboard with the.
They knew they had their niche, because I see we have Grand Theft Auto and the Saints Row as the two top mayhem games, and Grand Theft Auto's moved towards more role playing, like. Oh, take out your buddies for a drink or else they'll hate you and they won't back you up. And Saints Row's turned into more along the lines of just go out there and kill people with this giant... I'm not going to mention it.
Yeah, with the big pink one.
Anyway, but yeah, Saints Row the Third. It's an enjoyable game. I definitely got my money's worth, especially with the Humble Bundle. Although now I feel a little bit bad that I didn't put more money towards THQ because they are going bankrupt.
Well, they have filed for bankruptcy, but not really. That's
they're going down though. I hope that Company of Heroes 2 will help keep them up for a little while. Definitely.
Oh, Metro Last Light. Yes. I hope that will come out.
Yes. Yeah. Moving along. Next on the list is I just want to make a brief mention of it. Farming Simulator.
Yay!
Farming Simulator. Some of you may have heard of it, but it's a quite it's an enjoyable game. Albeit it may sound silly, but it's actually, especially with the co-op mode, because you can have a farm going with other people. So it's enjoyable. You can have lots of farm equipment, grow your crops. It's also quite hard. I don't know why we'd want to be doing.
So you're telling me a farmer and his wife, after actually maintaining a farm, can go inside and at evening after dinner play a co-op campaign in Farming Simulator? That is brilliant. And it's you drive around your little tractor.
Yep,
and you
drive around your little tractor, combines. Farming Simulator 2013. It's fun.
It's like you have to wait until the crops grow. What you do then?
It's animal. There's also animal husbandry, and you sell your crops, and
can you make moonshine?
No, that's probably gonna be the next DLC.
Oh my god, that would be awesome, man. We have a lot of moonshine here in Norway.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a fun game. And,
I'm joking. Of course, it's one of the games that the only reason why I don't actually jump into it is because it's a farming simulator. It's
it's a freaking farming simulator.
Yeah, no, it's like the train.
Yeah,
simulator.
I do have Train Sim 2013 as well, but.
It's like basically okay, I know how it's going to go. The train is on a track.
I spent an hour on Train Simulator trying to get my train onto a different track. But anyway.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Once again.
My turn.
The Dishonored.
Dishonored, yes, the strongest. Well, I'm gonna strong base.
The game you were looking forward to quite a bit.
I
And
did,
I
and
still
it
have
was
not spent
worth
money on.
every penny. My God, it's so good. I mean, Dishonored, one of the best games of 2013. Fun stealth, fun action. It's brilliant. I think that they did everything correct. Yeah, even though the maps, like, they kind of, they did not, what can I say, they did not make, what to say, they did not create an illusion that you had more freedom than you actually had. That is actually something that I figured out. You go to a mission and then you have a certain for that mission mission map, that small amount of area that that is where you're gonna go, and that is what you're gonna get. So actually, that's one of the why I'm mentioning it is because there's a lot of people who was complaining about that, but because there wasn't enough freedom, apparently it wasn't enough. But I enjoyed the story. It was an original story. It was a very compelling story. You actually wanted stuff, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you actually got invested into it, and when stuff happened to you, you was like, God damn it, I'm going to rip that guy's I'm gonna hurt him.
The thing that kept me from playing it was, besides the price, it looked from all the videos that I watched, it looked like it was much more set up for a controller type of thing.
No, I actually think that you will get a lot better result playing with a mouse. Just because of how fluid the movement is and how you will use the mouse. We're not gonna get into a controller versus mouse moment, but you get a lot more control using it. And when you're gonna do a lot of parkour stuff without getting seen, you're gonna enjoy having the mouse. And even though they still have the wheel when choosing stuff, you can still hotkeys and all that.
Okay.
But it's a lot of fun. I actually went on a complete killing spree one of my turns. I decided I wanted to kill everyone without getting seen.
Okay.
But I eventually just gave up and started just murdering everything.
Gave up the not being seen. And,
yeah, because it was like you had to reload and I had quick save button, and it was like eventually I just, God damn it, screw this, and I killed every single living thing, everything with the pulse except the rats in the game. I think I had to leave somebody alive. We couldn't kill absolutely everybody. But the point was every mission, I slaughter everybody. Civilians, everything. It was fun. That was my second playthrough. The other one was stealthy. Great game. Next one. Should we talk about you can talk about Crusader Kings 2 now.
Alright. Definitely the best money that I spent this whole year. Crusader Kings 2 is a grand strategy game of politics and intrigue. Now, it's like most Paradox games, and there's massive strategy on a grand scale. It encompasses all of Europe, and goes all the way over to Persia. You can choose any day from September 15th, 1066 to I don't exactly know what day in 1337, but the game goes on until 1453. So think when Constantinople fell. It's a great game for politics and intrigue, and you basically you can start as a count, you can start as a duke, you can start as a king, of tons of different nations, and you guide your family through, and you keep your family alive through the next 400 years of history, and you gain power, you turn people against each other, you have kids, you make alliances. It's a great game with a very well fleshed out diplomacy and war, and it's a lot of fun.
I remember a discussion last episode where you was in talking about the different. You wanted more paradox features, and you were talking about diplomacy from Crusader Kings 2 to be implemented into Total War games, which we kind of disagreed on. But I agree.
Not necessarily.
I'm saying it's good. I'm saying that the gameplay aspects of Crusader Kings 2 is really good actually, but I played way too little of it actually.
It's a great game. In fact, I'm going to be doing after the Warcast, I'm going to be playing a game of Crusader Kings 2 with some of the EPI guys. So, I've been playing it, pretty regularly since I bought it in the beginning of the year, and the DLCs for it are great. and the game itself is just absolutely wonderful.
Oh, is that the game of the year for you?
Actually, I'd have to say it would be.
Yeah, cool. There we have it. Crusader Kings 2 is the game of the year for Gunny. How's the modding community for that one?
It's actually quite good. If you're actually for fans of Game of Thrones, there is a really well developed Game of Thrones mod for it. Similarly, there's going to be a Tamriel mod for it, Elder Scrolls mod, and for the fans of Bernard Cornwell, there is a Winter King mod. That sets it in the books for the Winter King.
Winter
with
King?
Derval Connor. Yes.
Fantasy.
The Arthur. It's sort of fantasy. It's Arthurian, but in real life.
Okay. Yeah, well,
that
I
makes
enjoy Game of
sense.
Thrones, and if I could, can you be on the wall?
Hmm?
Can you be on the wall? You know, the wall, the big ice wall thing.
It's represented in it, if I do recall correctly.
Okay.
But it's
It's just a nitpicking here. I'm just asking because I'm curious. That's all. Yeah, so that there you have it. Crusader Kings 2. Should I move on now or?
yes,
Yes.
Hitman Absolution.
Hitman Absolution. Yes. This was the game I was supposed to review for Gamers Gazette, but I was stuck. Literally, I wrote 2 drafts of a review, and I threw them both out. I just deleted it. Because this is a very hard game to review. And where should I start? Is it a good game? Absolutely. It's a very strong gameplay wise. It has a lot of potential. There were some things that I wish they could have done differently, but not a lot. It's a very nitpicking things, and there was like, yeah. But the thing they really botched was the story. Like seriously, you actually have to force yourself through it. It's that bad. Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. And you know, you have this kind of it's just, and you kind of, what I've hated about the game was that you felt, even though you did absolutely, you know, perfect, it didn't, you know, it didn't matter. You still, you know, botched it at the end of the mission that you just perfectly did, and you know, full score and all that. So you kind of felt it was useless because you're following those tracks, you know, following the story. Like in the other games, you had a mission, you know, to do that, and the story progressed between those, and it kind of you chose how it's going to go. Here it's like different segments, and of course, I hate how they didn't. It's a very linear experience because you don't really have these big areas anymore. Well, you do. You have a lot of them. Assassinations are really usually pretty big areas, but they kind of divided into segments, and it really sucks because you know you kill everyone in one segment, and then you walk through a door, and everybody in the next segment haven't heard a single shot. Stuff like that, and you have changed your costume back from something you just had. Like I was wearing, let's say hypothetically, I was wearing a samurai suit, and then I changed back to my suit, my like the 47's suit, because there was a cutscene. And stuff like that. That's really annoying, and also there was like this. What can I say? You felt forced. It was a lot of forced with the entire game experience. It was kind of, yeah, you kind of, and also something I really missed was the pre-game phase where you could choose what you brought. You can bring whatever you want, and then you could do whatever you want from Blood Money, and they kind of did that because they wanted a little bit more. I think it was a little bit more fluid and perfect.
Just understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable, but it's still, you know, kind of it depleted a lot of the fun out of it.
Now, the next game on the list.
Well, we're using too much time here. What?
Oh, we've been going for about an hour now.
Oh, okay, moving on. It's a good game. Whatever. Battlefield 3. Let's move it. We have to hurry now.
Yes, Battlefield 3, the open world-ish successor to, well, large map successor to Battlefield 2, has received a bunch of nice little fun DLCs this year, including their whole premium thing, which I, for some reason, purchased. I don't know why, but I enjoyed it for a few weeks. Definitely with the close quarters, and on to Armored Kill. However, Aftermath was kind of iffy for me, but I'm looking forward
I
to
didn't.
Endgame.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, actually, me too. I did not. Yeah, like I said with the armor kill, it wasn't enjoyable because you had a lot of. Well, I did not. I don't know. I just didn't like all the vehicles. I'm not a
Yeah.
very infantry type of guy, but I like having maybe two two tanks.
I liked the air warfare, how much more there was for air warfare, but I thought
Mm.
that the gunships were a bit more lackluster than I was expecting.
They were just
Because
targets. They were just
yeah, they were targets. They go up there and well, let me just get out my stinger, and I'll
hit.
take
Yeah.
them down.
Mm.
Because you actually could get locks on them with stingers from the ground.
Yeah, it was just silly. It's just silly. But
Yep.
Endgame is that we're gonna have motocross bikes, and people can sit on the back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, awesome.
I look forward to playing that then.
Should we move on since we're like an hour in?
Indeed, indeed.
Okay, Chivalry Medieval Warfare.
Yes, that's
Great
a fun game.
fun. Yeah, very fun.
Just it's like Mountain Blade Warband but more arcadey.
Yeah.
It's done in the Unreal Engine, so the graphics are quite nice. If the melee combat a little bit less fleshed out, but there's one block direction, so you don't have to worry about. It's just all about timing and spamming, and it's great fun.
And you can hit off someone's head.
Yes,
It's a lot.
yes.
It's
The
a very
limbs
bloody.
are fully cut offable, I suppose. you could
It's a
say.
very dark game. Did you think?
Yes, it really is. Well, Medieval Warfare was not fun.
No,
And,
it wasn't. It was like, and I love the screaming.
Oh, God. Oh, and the war cries.
Agatha.
Agatha.
You have to actually look at a video of the game to actually understand.
It's an enjoyable game, definitely well worth the money, and quite on sale during this Christmas time.
Skyrim.
Sky. Yes.
Yes.
Next on the list are some of the Skyrim DLCs that came out this year: Dragonborn and Hearthfire. No, Dawnguard and Hearthfire. Dragonborn doesn't come out till January for the PCs. However, it has come out for the Xbox users among us.
Mm-hmm. And for those who don't know, Gunny is a huge fan of Skyrim.
Yes,
plus
indeed.
me.
I loved Dawnguard. I loved Hearthfire, and I'm really looking forward to Dragonborn. For those of you who don't know, Dawnguard added in an anti-vampire element to it, and Hearthfire added in some roleplay options with having adopting a kid and building a house in the holds that you could not have houses in before.
So you can actually live your life in Skyrim now.
Yep. I bet
Your
there's
dream
plenty
life.
of people who do that. And I did it kind of too when I was really heavily addicted to Skyrim at the end of the summer last year. But anyway,
Okay, we are actually done with the list. That's a lot of games. Jeez.
that's a lot of games.
Oh,
But now
God.
we're getting to the games that we really regret having.
Yes, we're gonna go to the disappointment list. The bottom of the pile, the absolute horrid fest, which was a lot of sequels.
Although
Some-
the a couple of them were
Mm.
anyway. Anyway, first on the list, Assassin's Creed 3.
My God. Ugh.
I regret
Where do
wasting.
we start? Where do we start?
I spent so much money on it, and I'm so sad. But let's just say our biggest pet peeve about the game.
Okay,
Shall
my
we?
biggest. Where do I start? Okay, the story.
Story? I can see that. I can see that. The
I
story
actually,
was pretty.
I actually liked Hatham. I would wish that we could play Hatham. It's now Hatham.
Hatham, yeah.
Hatham. Through the entire game, it's like it's kind of wrong when you want to join the bad guys.
Because Connor's an annoying little brat.
Yes, beep. But yeah, he is absolutely, and that's my biggest grief with it. Yours?
Yep. Now, I love the combat. That's its only redeeming quality for me, really, is just like the fun of the good old-fashioned Assassin's Creed combat. But the fact is that I'm out there fighting the British, right?
Mhm.
And fighting, all these guys, right? But here's the thing. after a while, I pull down a couple posters and they don't seem to notice me. The fact is, I'm the only person on the entire continent wearing a hood. The only person, actually probably the only person in Europe and America wearing a hood. It just
Yeah.
But the naval combat was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, everybody says that. That's new and all that.
So
But
the combat was good, but the story and aesthetic elements were iffy.
Yeah, and same with the like you could just the same grind. It made them into what you call not an RPG, but it was like a management game.
Yeah.
I was like, I can make barrels. I can send them down South America.
That's something that they've been doing more and more of ever since Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's gotten to the point where I've owned all of Italy.
Christ.
I've owned Constantinople.
Yeah.
Now I own the colonies. But
Yeah.
it's so annoying. I don't want to have to be bothered with that crap.
Yeah, no, it's
Just make some
completely
money?
useless. Yeah, it's useless.
Yeah, and the worst part is it's not even like with like the other Assassin's Creeds where you just okay, I buy this now and then I come back and I pick up my money later. No. You get it, and then you have to go to each person and get your supplies, and then start up the caravans. It's too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, and it's in general, it's just a boring game. I did not enjoy it.
It's the first Assassin's Creed that I have just.
Yeah, you actually had to force yourself to continue playing.
Just force it to.
Yeah.
But the naval combat's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Moving on, maybe.
Yes, moving right along. Mass Effect 3, go ahead and take that.
It's bad. Bad ending, bad gameplay, bad story, bad.
Every time I watch the trailer, it makes me want to play it, but at the same time, everyone says
it's
bad.
It's a goddamn trailer. Shh! Don't listen to the trailer.
I know, but I want to get Gareth back.
The shooting can be fun.
Okay.
That's the only redeeming quality it has. Well,
Instead of something that was horrible,
that's the wrong word. It's
the redeeming quality. There was only one redeeming quality. Everything else was terrible.
No, it wasn't a redeeming quality. Even if it's a quality. It's a good quality. That's all. But Mass Effect 3, I can't. For me, it was just so much. It was a story, how it played out, how they, it was a I don't know. I just didn't like it. I liked Mass Effect 2. Okay, Mass Effect 1 I liked a lot. So, but they kind of touched it up. But the ending was just kind of a kick in the face, and it really just smelled unprofessional and laziness when they. Yeah. But whatever.
Oh well.
Should I Should I spoil the ending?
No, don't spoil the ending.
Okay.
There might be some people who want to buy it when it goes on, for $5.
Yeah, if you want to torture
yourself. A couple
yourself.
of years.
War of the Roses.
War of the Roses. My God.
Is it horrible?
Horrible game. The archery was its most redeeming quality. Definitely better than Chivalry Medieval Warfare. But in every other respect, it was just. They released it as a full game long before they should have. It was still in beta. People were saying things in beta that had to be changed. But like War Z, they went ahead and released it when they shouldn't have. And it's not the
same guys making them, are they?
Huh?
It's not the same guys making them, I hope.
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But it was a bad game overall. And even now, I don't even think there's any servers for it still up. It was that bad. So, it was...
It completely bought. We gotta remember watching gameplay
Fun archery. But the rest of it was just... Yeah.
So, rather get Chivalry and Medieval Warfare.
Yes.
I agree.
Or Mount and Blade Warband with
I
Napoleonic
want to crush
expansion.
Skulls.
But anyway... yes, if you want to just crush skulls, Chivalry, Medieval Warfare. Anyway, moving along.
Yeah, I Am Alive. Disappointment. You know why?
Indeed, I am.
I Am Alive. Did I say I Am Alone?
No.
Okay, I'm alive.
I made a bad pun.
Okay, good.
Or joke.
I thought I Am Alone. That would be like very lonely, but. Okay,
Anyway.
I Am Alive was a third-person survival game that was, you saw the trailer, you thought it was gonna be a open world. It was supposed to be that survival game. where water is scarce. There's this aspect of fear. People will hurt you if you get too close and stuff like that. And there's like a lot of speculation, and also it was a lot of built on emotions like fear and all that. But they ran out of money, could not realize it, and it became an arcade game. And when a game becomes an arcade game, it turns bad. So it turned into this puzzle climber. I saw some gameplay of it on YouTube, and I was disappointed. So that's one of my biggest disappointments of 2013. Mists of Pandaria, last game on the disappointment list. Yes, I bought it because my friend forced me to, since he wanted somebody to play with. Me and my friends, we sat down and tried. I leveled to 82.
Oh my god.
Not from 1 to 82.
Okay.
I used that scroll resurrection, means that you get an 80 character. No, 80 character, and you level to. No, I leveled to 85, then 86, I think. Yeah, something like that. Even I can't remember. It's just that I'm so tired of World of Warcraft. Play something else. Do something. Get a life. Get a wife. Get kids. Do something. Get an education. Stop playing World of Warcraft. There. That's my advice of the year.
All right.
We're done.
And what was your game of the year?
My game of the year? Oh, that's hard. Either Dishonored or Battlefield 3.
All right.
Yeah, it's just amount of time played on it, basically.
Sounds good.
Or Sleeping Dogs.
All right. Since we've been going for almost an hour and a half now,
What? No.
almost.
Have we? Oh
Almost.
my god, I'm
It's
so
more like an
sorry,
hour
people.
and 10, hour 15, but
Yeah,
still.
we are gonna close it off in how long? Like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Let's
We're sorry, people. Usually, but this is the last. It's episode 26.
It's the season finale.
It's season finale. We have to go out in style, But it's been a very good year. Oh, actually, I completely forgot. Did I talk about members awards?
No, you did not.
Well, let's take it on because I didn't win anything this year, but so we can talk about it at the end. I completely forgot. We had the members awards, and Shankbot, who joined me on the last Warcast episode, actually won a lot of awards. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to all the other winners. It was a very good held members awards by Poach. Very happy how it went down, and thank you for the guys who voted on me. Actually,
Keep an eye out for the modding awards, which should be starting up in the early part of 2013.
Yes, and this is for like daily 2013. I don't know. It's not how the president candidate says it. Daily 2013. That's,
Daily 2013. Okay.
Yeah, 2013.
Okay,
yeah.
daily.
I have to sell myself.
All right. Campaign. We'll still stop campaign through all the 50 states and all through Europe and all that.
I will conquer the world by democratic means and by violent means. And violent means. But,
all right.
Okay. Should we? To be honest, I don't really have that much more to come up with.
Indeed.
Do you feel? Are you happy with this year?
This year, in gaming and in real life, has been good things, bad things. It's been an interesting year.
Like everything else.
It's been an interesting year.
Same here. Actually, I've had my first job experiences, so that's good.
That's always good.
Yeah, I just need to find out what the hell I want to do for a study. Yeah, what to do. Maybe I'll come to Florida. To you.
Ah, yes.
We can study together. Could be like best buds.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So anyway, though,
should we thank the listeners for staying with
Indeed.
us this long? Yeah. Thank
you
you
for another successful season.
Yes.
The Total Warcast.
It's been really fun, and we'll see you in season 3 in 2013. Do you know how well we actually hit the season 2 in 2012? And then you have season 3 in 2013. We actually hit it spot on.
You started them at just the right time.
Yeah, 2011.
Wait,
time flies.
Yeah. Yep.
That's something.
Perfect.
Yes, I think actually we're gonna quit now because it's 11:55, and if I'm going to get out this
good night,
year,
Daily, and good night to the listeners, or
good, night,
morning, depending on when you're. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Well, I'll see you in 2013, people. Goodbye.
Indeed. Goodbye.